Alright, so this video is going to be annual sports releases, part 1. I'm going to make this a part 2 video. It's me again, 24, trying to decipher some of what's going on in the video game industry for you guys and hopefully break it down in an adjustable and edible bite so that way you guys can know a little bit more about the industry and be more informed consumers, because I'm hoping I'm informing you about video games and about video game sales and about some of these games that have these very shady type of deals. So annual sports releases, because there are other annual releases. It's just annual sports releases are kind of what I want to talk about today. If this video gets a bunch of views and a bunch of likes, I'll probably make another one anyways, or another series about annual releases. But annual sports releases are, I think, probably one of the more money making of the actual annual releases, right? But before I get into the money making, I'll talk about the 3-step formula that these companies have made in these sports releases. The first step is little gameplay changes, so that way you're really just not doing a lot of work. It doesn't cost a lot of money to really reskin and repackage the same stuff over and over and over again. And really, it only takes about 4 or 5 years to see actual improvement in the game, because it's like bit by bit by bit by bit until you finally get, okay, well, this is okay now. Like 4 or 5 years ago, the differences are pretty obvious, but 1 year ago they were pretty negligible, right? The second step is packs. Packs are what really give a lot of these games their money, and a lot of these developers, their money. It's how they gross a lot of money. Like, take this for example. If you put in $60 in the game, right, and you're like, okay, I want this specific player. I want, depending on your game, I want, let's say I'm playing basketball. I want LeBron James, right? So I'm gonna open up maybe 20 to 30 packs and maybe like 1 to 2 boxes for increasing my chances of getting the LeBron James card. I'm not very familiar with 2K pack openings because I don't buy them, but let's just use that for example, right? Each pack, let's say you just spend $50 just trying to get LeBron James's card, That's $50. That's almost the amount of money that you paid to get the game, right? On top of all of that, let's say you want Steph Curry, right? That's another $50. Okay, let's say you're kind of done with those 2 cards and you may want Michael Jordan, right? That may be another $50, and it keeps adding on and adding on, and the shady part of this deal is that your characters, they don't transfer over into the next game, right? So you're dealing with having to get your same characters and your same cards again, like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, etc., etc. So it's packs that really gross a lot of this money for these games, right? The third and final step in this 3-step formula is the better part. It's the redeeming part. It's Ultimate Team. Nothing satisfies fans more of being in the shoes of their favorite player, being in the shoes of LeBron James, of Steph Curry, of Tom Brady, of Ronaldo, Messi, if he's retired still, or if he's out of retirement. He could go into retirement either way. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know what he's gonna do right now, but people want to play their heroes, their fans, right? They're fans of these sports franchises. They're fans of FC Barcelona. They're fans of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're fans of the New England Patriots, or whatever sports franchise you want to associate yourself in. They're fans of it, right? So they're willing to bypass steps 1 and steps 2, the little gameplay and the packs, to get to the third step, which is the Ultimate Team. So that way they can build their own team and play as these characters, right? The problem is that people are sick of it. People are sick of having to go through these two steps to be able to play as their favorite characters in these video games. That's a problem, right? Because people are fed up with these games. Like if you look at FIFA 16, it's dead. It's completely and utterly dead. And FIFA and NBA 2K16 is a little bit dead. It's declining, but really that's for a completely other reason. That's not necessarily Ultimate Team. But really, people are sick of going through and trying to get packs, wasting their money on packs, then just being, well, I just wasted $50 trying to get LeBron James. I didn't even get LeBron. I didn't even get Kyrie Irving. I got Kevin Love. I got Anderson Varejao or some other mediocre player, right? And the problem is now people are sick and tired of it. People want to actually get what they paid for. And this is where the problem kind of happens, or it starts. The novelty of really playing these characters has worn off. It's like, if I have to pay $50 to play as LeBron James every single year on top of paying for the $60 for really mediocre gameplay changes, or even really truly below mediocre gameplay changes, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off. I'm going to be not even pissed off. I am going to be livid. I'm going to be angry at these developers for making me pay almost $110 annually for the same shit every single year and have no changes, no variety. They don't care about us, right? And that's what the fans are screaming at these developers, right? The problem is that the developers are more interested in how deep their pockets get, right? And they have backed themselves into a corner because as of right now, they really want to integrate business, or they've integrated business with gameplay. And you have to understand, there's a business aspect to playing video games, or to making video games. They need money to be able to create video games. They need money to pay these people, to pay, for the expensive computers, for the software. Excuse me. They need money, right? The problem is that they want too much money. They not only want to make a profit, they want to make triple the profit, quadruple the profit, 5 times the profit, right? They're not satisfied with the amount of money that they are already making. They want more. They want more of your money. They want more of my money, right? And that's a problem because people are tired of going through steps 1 and 2, as I said before, to get to step 3. And it's not looking good right now for these sports games. They're not doing anything new, right? And it's kind of like I'm talking myself in circles right now, but really and truly, they're not caring about the fans, right? They have essentially done what Riot Games, if you play League of Legends, has similarly done with League of Legends, and made it more business-like with some of the aspects of the game instead of more gameplay-like. Excuse me again. And that's a problem because gamers don't care about business. They don't care about how much the game costs to make. They don't care about how much money the developer spent, or how much money the publisher spent on making the game, or how much their bottom line needs to be on how much money they have in their pockets after a year. A year after, the game has been released. All they care about, the gamers, is playing the game. I'm gonna leave you with that because I'm tired and I have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And I'll leave you with this thought today. Right? Subscribe. Please subscribe. But no, seriously, I'll leave you with this thought today. If they did these practices in AAA games, well, they already do. If they did this, let me put it to you like this. If CD Projekt Red did this with The Witcher 3, if games started to do this pack type of system, where not even microtransactions necessarily, but if they did this similar pay-to-win, because really packs are a pay-to-win type of system, if they did this system, AAA games, would you riot? I'll leave that with you today.